Hey guys, welcome back to CoinLedger. So today we're going to be talking about an AI project that we have covered in the past, about a couple of weeks ago now at this point when we last saw this project really run. But as we are looking across the AI market, we are taking a look at different AI agent platforms because we do know that AI agents has been a hot narrative within the crypto space, especially when we look at platforms like Virtual Protocol, which there is obviously no argument to be made that Virtuals has done nothing but insane numbers, over the last year. And I do think Virtuals will continue to perform quite well as the cycle progresses. So when we look at these platforms that are hosting AI agents, making AI agents, creatable, tradable, these are the kind of platforms that, yes, there is still huge gains to be made in individual AI agents. I do think that the platforms, the infrastructure plays are potentially ones that you should also be looking at as well over the individual AI agents because they give you the exposure of more of an infrastructure play to get that AI agent narrative exposure. So as always, before we cover the project in today's video, if you guys get value out of the content here, if you guys could subscribe to the channel and like the video, your support means a lot. So if you take a look at Virtuals, again, it's sitting at like a $5 billion market cap. So I'm not saying this project that we're going to cover could get to a Virtuals protocol, but if you're not familiar, Virtuals is kind of the main platform that kind of kickstarted the whole AI agent narrative because they allow you to create these AI agents, trade them, obviously tokenize them as far as giving them their own tokens on their platform. So another project that is a little bit newer and a lot smaller in market cap, obviously, is AI Agent Layer. Now, we did make a short about this earlier on as well. But if you take a look at AI Agent Layer, it is up 37% on the 1 day. Now, obviously, it is a down, along with a majority of the market. But when we take a look at the overall chart, this is also a newer altcoin that did launch about mid-November. We'll come back to this a little bit later on in the video. But what is AI Agent Layer? They say that they're also an AI agents platform where you can launch your AI agent that is instantly tradable in one click. So we'll take a look. Now, again, I have to disclose that, these AI agents, especially when we get into these lower market caps, I do believe the space still has a ton of room to grow as a narrative, but we are seeing more and more AI agents, these AI agent platforms come onto the market. So just be careful when you're getting involved with some of these newer launches, especially stuff that is low market cap like AI Agent Layer, whereas I do think they do have potential upside. They're by no means potentially going to be the next Virtuals protocol. I do think that there is no next Virtuals protocol. I think that Virtual will continue to be the dominating AI agent platform in the narrative. So that is just that before those comments come rolling in. So if you take a look at AI Agent Layer, they support their ecosystem with AI agents on the platform. Obviously, you can create the AI agent layers or AI agents by leveraging data from X or Twitter and user provided information. Each of their AI agent is tokenized and integrated with the ecosystem's native token, the AI Fund token. So again, you just create AI agents, which are based on personalized Twitter personas, influencers, or the descriptions you give them, unlock real value. So each of them will be tokenized. When their bonding curve hits 100% of the token, will become tradable on DEX. And then their liquidity boost as well. They had kind of like a little diagram here of the process also. So create, tokenize, chat, trade, and socialize. Their website, in my opinion, just as a quick recap, I think the website looks pretty all right. It looks pretty decent. I think when newer investors will come into this project and research it, I think it does look pretty all right. For our first impressions, because websites do matter. They do. Take a look at their AI agent platform. Now, this is one reason why I do think it performed quite well. Really, when we saw AI agents really start to explode towards the end of November and earlier December, where we really saw this narrative again kick off initially, in my opinion, because they do have a working platform. A lot of these AI agent platforms, especially newer ones, say that they were building out their platform or a demo's coming soon, but they do not have one, whereas AI Agent Layer has a working platform. Now, yes, they don't have a whole lot of AI agents, especially when you compare it to something like Virtuals Protocol, but they do have their platform. Again, this is kind of the listing path of what it would take to get one listed, create it. But these are just different, Twitter or X social media influencers. So you can see they have Gary Gensler, Elon Musk, Trump. Obviously, we are seeing all the hype with Kikius Maximus with Elon Musk going on right now. So they are tradable. And as we see, AI agent layer, the token rise potentially, I do expect that the AI agents on their platform could potentially also ride as well. And we saw that a little bit, whenever this token initially did take its run up. We saw stuff like Gary Gensler go from a couple 100,000 in market cap. Now it's over 1 million. So that is just something to make note of. So with AI agent layer, they do have a working platform. They're in the right narrative. They're more of an infrastructure play. When we look at their market cap, they're only sitting at about a 10 million with a 30 million FDV. So very low in market cap. I think it's somewhere between a 10 to 20 million, depending on where you look, but still overall very low in market cap here. Now, one thing to make note of is that the early investors on this project are up extremely high. So they are up over a 10x at this current time. At the all-time high, it was about a 30x. So, people who got in the early rounds definitely, are up big. So it is something worth mentioning as always. Just be cautious of that. But when we take a look at their Twitter, they do put out constant updates. They do have staking on their platform. They also have a launchpad part of their platform as well. So it's kind of a broader ecosystem than just having AI agents, launch natively on the platform. And it also will determine of what quality of projects do launch on AI agent layer, because it is newer. They say it looks like they have other projects that are coming, and then they have one that is currently being incubated right now, the AI voice agents. So gonna be interesting to see exactly what those do. But as far as updates, they just reached over 60,000 holders on chain, which is pretty huge. Again, that's a lot of holders for such a small project, and they just put out constant updates. Again, this project did hit it hit TGE November 14th, this year, so being a newer project. And one thing, that we could harken back to when this initial big run-up happened, they had insane volume, like a $60 million volume, which is quite insane. Now, they've maintained pretty decent volume, over the last month, and so that is something worth mentioning here. And we're seeing it up again 36% on the 1 day alone. Now when we look at the centralized exchange listings, they're only on Mexi and Gate.io, but as long as they they do have a couple exchange listings, so that is a positive. Again, you'll see a lot of newer projects will just have dexes, no working platform, no team, no AI agents, nothing. Those are the ones that you're already taking risk and then just making it higher risk versus something like an AI agent layer. Whereas, don't get me wrong, there's still risk here. At least it has those exchange listings. It has a working platform. It has volume going on. It has, holders. It has different aspects of their ecosystem with the staking, with the launch pad. Now, how they execute on all that as far as projects that come into them being incubated on their launch pad, time will tell on that one. Now, another bullish factor, in my opinion, is they are on Base. They're natively on Base. So I do believe, obviously, Base is a hot ecosystem moving forward. We see that Virtuals is on Base, which is, again, the king of this AI agent narrative platform infrastructure. I don't think it's going to get dethroned really anytime soon, if at all. So we see that Base is obviously a extremely hot ecosystem for these AI agents because Virtuals is dominating there. But being on Base, I do think is a bullish factor for AI agent layer. The token's already been out, for about a month and a half, coming up on 2 months here in the short term, and having all these different aspects of it, to me, it does seem like a pretty decent, Degen AI agent platform pick if you're looking for one. Again, if this project does end up taking off and doing well, I would definitely keep my eyes out on the different agents on their platform. Same thing as like Virtuals, whereas maybe AI agent layer might do a 10, 20x. You can expect potentially, obviously not financial advice, maybe some of these AI agents on their platform to do a little bit higher in numbers because they start out obviously at a lower market cap. Now, nobody knows where this project is going to go, but I do think they have the holders, the volume, centralized exchange listings. They're on a bullish chain base. Now, this thing could obviously fizzle out. AI agents as a narrative could just also fizzle out and just continue to not be a hot narrative going into 2025, but I do not think that's the case. I think AI agents is here to stay. I don't think it's a fad. I think it could have a strong chance of potentially rivaling, if not taking over, meme coins throughout the cycle. Because let's be real here, a lot of AI agents that are being launched right now are essentially meme coins. I mean, that's something we have been saying. But either way, when we're looking at more of these kind of infrastructure plays in the AI agent space. I think AI agent layer, if you're looking for a super low cap, high risk, potentially high reward play in that narrative, I think AI agent layer is one that you should have your eyes on, considering something that virtuals went to a $5 billion market cap. If this can even do, I mean, a couple percent of what virtuals has done, you're looking at insane gains already. But again, please do not invest anything more than you're not willing to lose, because it is such a low cap, and we're seeing the AI agent space kind of get diluted at this point. But I do think that we are still early on in the grand scheme. I think this is a space and a narrative that's going to continue to be hot. It's going to continue to do well throughout the cycle. But that is my opinion. We've gone over quite a bit here on AI agent layer. As always, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this project? Is there other projects you want me to take a look at, or ones that you like just a little bit more? Let me know in the comments below. I try to answer all your guys' comments. And if you guys want an optional way of supporting the channel, as always, there's Patreon linked below as well, or the Discord. And if you got value out of the video, or if this is the first time you're hearing of this project, then please, if you guys could, consider liking the video, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and hitting the notification bell. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.